for it.
Everything will be alright. Alright, hello and welcome. This is Gek. I'm here with Saint Sasius.
Hello.
Hello. And we are casting a skirmish between RedCoats and QFF on OP First Light. Okay, that's the intro done with, and let's commence the regular speech.
Yeah. Let's
Commence
get into
it.
professionalism.
Yes. Commence talking.
Commencing. Alright, who do you want to take? Are you taking QFF or are you taking RedCoats?
I'm actually on QFF right now, and I'm gonna make a squad.
Well, I am on good old RedCoats. They're going to be playing United States up against QFF on militia forces, 4 seconds, and they'll be underway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make my stram or my stream.
Yes. So it's
take a
interesting
feedback
to see. I feel like militia have been buffed by like 50 tickets. Almost on every map they play on, they're like,
oh, true.
Yeah.
I do not notice that at all. I always think it's 500 each.
Yeah, no. It's because I was sort of set back because I can't remember which match it was, but they've been playing for like 5 minutes, and militia had basically lost nearly every engagement, and they were still leading by 50 tickets, and I was like, how the hell is that possible? Yeah. Turns out they started with that advantage. So, okay. So right now it looks like militia are rushing storage, and so is the US side.
Yeah, so we're just having a look at that. I think technical now coming up the northern side of storage, maybe out towards the western side, and what are the Americans doing? Down towards the southeastern side, I believe, just that compound there.
Yeah, it is Harry and Zim and a couple other guys just pushing, going storage immediately, and I do believe they're dropping an FOB here. No, that was a rally. Never mind.
Yeah, I did see a Logi truck. I think they got the Logi truck back at good old Niram. What's still called Niram? Yeah, Niram Village. I can see the Logi truck just still situated over on Niram. For the American forces. And we'll have a look. Where is our good old militia buddies at?
Yeah, they're now pushing into storage, but they're going to be late. They are definitely going to be late. And here we have Dr. One and Mad Annie pushing in the light attack vehicle.
A good old recon vehicle for the militia forces. Have to be really careful of any LAT sort of coming around. Very smart here. Getting in that storage.
Yeah, that's decent cover there from rockets. It can be taken out by GLs as well, I think, that thing. Oh, and Mad Annie.
Oh no! Has he failed a grenade?
How the hell did you... Yeah, how do you survive that? That's...
I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus. Well, this is actually quite evenly matched. I think since the US side made it in there so much faster, they just completely deny QFF here on their way in.
Yeah, so that recon vehicle still left alive. QFF holding the eastern side and western side storage. They still have a couple of Americans over on that western side storage. Sergeant Herhey and I think Zim still left alive over there. But yeah, we are seeing sort of QFF now sort of coming in and taking ownership away from RedCoats.
Yeah, but Harry is... I think he's killed 4 guys so far from that position, which is quite impressive. And right now it looks like militia have pushed US side out. If anyone's capping this flag, it is definitely... Well, no one's capping it yet, but shortly it will be militia.
Yeah, nice little underarm throw there from Munster. And he takes down Hershey. Beautiful underarm throw from Munster on that western side. Nice little underarm throw over that concrete wall, getting in the middle of that compound, and then yeah, the debris then takes out good old Hershey.
Poor guy. Well, he did his job.
Capping Castle in 10 seconds.
Alright, and Castle is capped in 10 seconds, apparently.
Yeah, we have a bit of radio over here in terms of the RedCoats. Yeah, pressure-wise in terms of SL voices, not too bad, but they are saying that squad 1 is down for of RedCoats and they need assistance on storage.
Yeah. They've been completely annihilated here and even denied on their rally. I think the rally point is... It's not down. Honestly,
But it is covered, yeah.
it is
like-
covered.
Mm.
But I mean, like, if they have a spawn or two there, they could just basically respawn there as soon as they're rejoined, and then sort of drop a new one, have the entire squad spawn in, basically. They could rejoin the attack very, very quickly until that's taken out.
Yeah, very true. Like, now we've got a technical and a recon vehicle over on the eastern side of storage. We do have RedCoats coming in from that direction, though. I think it's going to be Russ UK and sort of Blitz's squad, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a bit of a sentry out towards that eastern side for QFF. I think it is Wiring or Wearing Hut, if I'm or not.
Wingnut.
Wingnuts, there we go. I can't see.
Yeah, no,
Need
it's
glasses.
it's tricky to
I need
see.
my glasses.
We do see Welshie Jim, Surnome, Russ UK, Stucky, and Bats though coming in from the west side here. East side, my apologies.
Yeah, good old east side. So they'll take their time, I believe. They won't sort of rush in. I think they know the recon vehicle is there. What they have to be considered of is any sort of recons around the sort of forest area that can sort of see them coming in from that side, and then we are seeing sort of QFF fortifying that eastern side with troops.
Yeah. And not only that, but the rally point I talked about earlier, they actually tried spawning in there. There's now 5 corpses in that area.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Covered there by Harry.
Highway.
jumped the gun a little early, I think.
Down south somewhere.
And
we are gonna
Yeah, that's
see. I did hear an explosion just then.
yeah, that was a technical being destroyed by the, I think it is a Humvee, a Crow, with Blitza and Target.
Tazgear. Yeah,
Tazgear.
Tazgear. Yeah.
God knows. I didn't see his name properly either, so I figured you did.
Yeah. Tazgear.
Alright, so they're moving quite slow. I like this strategy by the US side that they're now, after being denied on the rush, they're taking their time and just using their advantage in terms of optics and everything, just to pick them off where they sit.
Yeah, very. No, that is that's very true. There, we are going to see the east side. We are still going to see Bats sort of come in on that sort of northeastern side. We've still got a couple of the east side guys, but they're taking their time there. What they have to really be careful is that northern side of Bats. You know, you've got a 4-man squad of QFF now coming in. You don't want them to sort of get behind.
No, absolutely not. And you want to coordinate your attack. You want to hit them from as many sides with as much pressure as possible. And right now, east side all alone. And there's just no point for them to push in. And if you look at like the west side, the western building is completely abandoned. And if they manage to flank that way, it'd be an easy thing to get on flag and get in cover.
Well, so we're saying that, like, I had to look down towards the sort of southwestern region. We've already got a QFF scout down there. Can't read the person's name properly. I'm sorry. It does start with S.
Stormer.
Yeah, Stormer there with the RPG. So, if we do see the Americans sort of flank on that sort of western side, you know, we do have him as sort of recon there. So, I'm pretty sure that QFF can sort of jump from east to west quite fast.
Yeah. I do believe he is actually a part of the forward party, though. Mad Annie, Jeff, and yeah, someone whose name I can't read is pushing for Nilram now on the.
Oh wow, 3-man
Yeah.
squad over on Nilram, yeah. Mad Annie, Jeff, and Amber. We'll just call him Amber.
Aha. Yep.
Yeah, so a 3-man squad here. So acting very aggressively here, QFF. Sort of going into the storage. Let's get taken down there by Mad Annie. But Mad Annie just getting ripped by that cow. Wow.
Yeah. And they are. I mean, they're not in a terrible position. Oh, actually, I see RedCoats pushing in from the north now. They're already anticipating this. I think they came in with a couple of guys. It looks like Hawk, Wooly, and Fusion now engaging Stormer here.
Yeah, so we are going to sort of see Stormer now getting pinned down there from Hawk.
Yeah, and he's just absolutely dead.
It's a classic scene there from good old Jurassic Park, you know, where you look at one raptor, but then the next raptor comes out from the side.
Absolutely. speaking of flanks, though, Redcoats are now pushing up on the west side here.
Yeah. So taking down Stormer there, they do sort of have that sort of western side push. You know, with the refixture of trees on OP First Light as well, it does give it a tiny bit more cover. So we'll sort of see what the Redcoats can make of it. What are we looking at ticket-wise? Gek, United States Army, 463 tickets, and Militia Forces, 533 tickets.
Yep. And no significant kill advantage on either side. QFF are leading by a tiny amount. I think that goes just because they're defending. I think that's pretty much it.
Now, we will see this western side flank known about, because we did see Burhi take down one QFF, and I believe Stiley there from QFF getting taken down by another.
Yep.
So we may see a bit of a jump frog here from east to west side.
Absolutely, especially since the eastern flank here has been nearly taken down entirely.
Yes.
There's 2 guys left alive there, so... but what I'm actually a little bit impressed by, look at this, or actually you can't look at it, but if you will check the map for the yellow dot, that is me, the FOB for the hab that you are floating over right now is all the way over here, so it's actually an impressively placed FOB in terms of, like, you might find that hab, you will not find that FOB.
FOB.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you'd have to, like, if they capture storage and they flank on the west side, they're going to find that FOB, but, like, until then, that thing is safe. It's so far north, you would not expect it to be all the way up there.
Yeah, you can always, you know, dig down that hab to kind of make both inoperable, but, you know, if you dig down the hab the whole way, then it's just finding that FOB, and you're going to waste time doing it, and time is a crucial factor when you're sort of playing a 20v20. You know, you only have sort of limited troops to sort of carry. And I think down on Niram, we kind of still have Mad Annie in a sort of 3-man squad down there previously. Mad Annie's still alive. Mad Annie's located on Niram. He's down on the sort of southwestern region, I think. I think he's just scouting out for his boys.
Yeah. By the way, if you're looking, if you look near where I am on the map, near Fusion.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, Mad Annie and his crew tried to push up with a Logi. Redcoats were out on this side scouting, and this Logi drove way close to the FOB and just led them right to it. Got shot, and now they're on it.
It has been marked on the map as well for the Redcoats. So they did have an idea, and yeah, definitely the sound of the technicals, and definitely the Logi truck can attract mosquitoes to a flame.
Yeah, and it's
20 tickets.
Not only that, but if they just leave that Logi there, as well as there's another techie just sort of east of that Logi as well, and sort of their vehicles are getting pinned out in the middle of nowhere at an ever-increasing rate right now. They are down to 1 Logi, and I don't know how many techies they have left. They've got 1 techie left on base.
Let's have a look in terms of the assets for the American forces. They've still got 1 Humvee back at base. They've got the Logi down towards the ruins area. Actually, south side of Niram, and they've got the Humvee located down towards that region as well.
Now the Crow is actually empty right now. It's actually destroyed. So they've taken out a Crow as well. And this Logi, I think, is destroyed as well.
Logi's fine, and Crow's still fine. Still
really?
showing up on my map, yeah.
Alright, never mind. They just look so dark. Yeah, they look like they've been scorched.
Exactly. So I think Tazgear there just hopping out of that sort of Crow. Not too sort of sure why. But we'll have a look in terms of, there is a bit of a breach here from sort of the Redcoats earlier on the western side of storage.
Yeah.
But again,
I mean, they are continuing to push up there, and now there is a new flank coming in on the yeah, basically below you on the south west side, southeast side, exactly. And God, what's your name, man? Vinking size? Are you kidding me?
Vinking size, yeah. Vinking size, yeah. I
It
can
is.
see Vinking size there, yeah.
Jesus, Vinking. Like, use words, man. You're not making it easier for. Just don't make up your own shit, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you do
They
have
are
Vinking
not
size
blowing
in
up
the
our
midst
vehicles
of
south because
sort of
they
those
keep them
redcoats
fake.
there. But this recon, I'm sorry, but this recon on this eastern side
we just gotta be
storage,
careful
it's
with the
causing
mass
so
loss.
much havoc for the
Absolutely.
sort of redcoats.
Ooh, just took a
You
hit
know,
though.
Yeah, he has definitely taken that hit. But he's protected the west. He has now. There was a bit of a mistake there from Doctor One in that recon. Is he did push out and he allowed the LAT to hit him.
Yeah.
But we do have that green fence, really nice natural defense.
Yeah, but he has done significant damage. I'm just checking the scoreboard here. He's got 7 kills and 11 incapacitations. Now 12 incapacitations. So he's absolutely doing damage where he is. I think he wants to pull out now, though, possibly because he's getting low on ammo.
Yeah, low on ammo, you have to definitely consider, and also already taking that one hit. Possibly wants to go back and even repair.
Yes, it is. That's one I need to.
Yeah, we are looking at 404 tickets to 490 tickets in terms of the American forces up against the militia forces this evening. So we are sort of, what, 86 sort of ticket gap, with the 50 tickets for the militia.
Yeah, and it is it's sort of the reverse result of what you'd expect, because this generally U.S. side tends to, or militia at the very least, does not tend to dominate, just because of that camouflage disadvantage, as well as the fact that they are slightly outgunned, especially in close combat, as well as, I guess, at range, just because U.S. side have that optics and they have the increased rate of fire. That does seem to help.
Yeah, we are looking at a bit of an ambitious Mad Annie over here on that sort of that eastern side. Nero Mad Annie himself is down, but he does still have 3 guys up. But he is being sort of covered there by Scavy, Grumpy, and Wooly.
Oh yeah.
So very ambitious here for a sort of QFF. They want to take Neron by the throat, or they want to take the Americans by the throat, and really sort of push them back. So it's good to see that that sort of attacking behavior there from the militia forces, as well as QFF, Queen's Fighting Force.
But I mean, like, only he's not bringing his full contingent, because Winking Size and Winking Size, Dr. One, and Chicken Nugger are all up in defense. I saw them there earlier. So he's not bringing his full squad for this. I think he just wants to keep the attack up and keep Redcoats on defense here, making sure they don't making sure they don't dedicate all of their forces to attack, and just keeping that Crow down there is doing a lot, allowing them to keep the recon vehicle on flag here.
Yeah, very true. Well, unfortunately there for a TK there for Wooly on Scavy. Yeah, it is quite hard to sort of see, definitely in a Crow, sort of who you're kind of up against. But we are going to see that sort of southeastern side of Nirum. Just an update. It is quite fishy or quite hairy for the American forces there. There's still a couple of militias still up over there.
However, pretty much all militia defenders on storage are dead. They've got 2 guys right now.
I like how you said that. It's just like, however, everyone is dead.
Yeah, everyone is dead. They are now pushing back in from a rally point, but the U.S. side have actually managed to squeeze them out of almost everywhere here.
Yeah, well, enemies on the point though.
Yeah, so actually now U.S. side have a foothold here, and they're keeping militia out of Nilrim. I do feel like U.S. side are starting to get some traction.
They are. We did have one SL there, good old Zim, just stating that they are getting sort of hit out of main. So there's a possibility with Mad and his squad locator, probably over on Charlie 3, Keypad 1, Sub 1, that they are causing havoc for the Redcoats getting out of main there. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that hab on the western side of storage is still up for the militia forces as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep, they've got the reinforcements on storage, and Redcoats are only working off rally points. They don't have any fob-up. I'm just gonna confirm that for you. No fob-up for the Redcoats at all on OP first line.
Yeah, and I see a bunch of Redcoats now spawning on their main base, which is gonna set them back a lot. Especially in terms of this attack. These guys are going to be way out of position for this. And right now, yeah, this attack's basically been denied. The only live U.S. troops right now are south of Flag. And, yeah.
Dr. 1, just over on storage, yeah. Just still rolling it, still picking off whoever is sort of straying over towards the eastern side storage, and yeah, he's sort of taking the Redcoats there.
Yeah.
No matter, no problem at all. The western side fob constantly resupplying the militia there. So yeah, we are sort of seeing the sort of American forces Redcoats here, fighting a battle, even trying to get back onto Niram. They have no one on Niram whatsoever, and they're fighting Mad Any squad, leaving the U.S. main.
Yeah, they do have Wooly though in the Crow. He's technically on Niram, I'd guess, even though he left the Crow now.
Yep.
But
yeah, he's in the vicinity. I think what he's going to start doing, he's going to ditch the Crow. They need a fob up somewhere, so that's where they're going to be taking that Logi. Now, I want to have a look at Stormer and see what Stormer does here.
Yeah.
See if he actually does take down Wooly, because that would be devastating. And I think Stormer's an RP.
Oh.
He's used the frag though. He's only used the frag.
That's not going to do all that much.
Yeah.
And especially
Wooly has taken some decent damage. Wooly may pass out.
Yeah, I noticed.
So they can pick it off.
Yeah, not only that, but like you do, like if that is the Logi, you do slow him down quite a lot. You do actually. Oh, Wooly got out. He's intending to get his revenge here. He's like, motherfucker.
Fucker.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he's looking for revenge.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
there you go.
He got it. Yeah, he got the revenge.
So, yeah, but that does slow them down. If that is the Logi, you'd want that repaired before you head out again, right? Just to save yourself. And just that time it takes to repair is more time for the Redcoats to bleed tickets and be out of position.
Yeah. Well, we are going to see Blitz's crew still going in for storage. There's only a limited number of people in storage, but we are seeing Mad Any now coming up just towards their southern side. I think it's direct northeast-ish, probably of Niram.
Yeah, and I feel like QFF is actually impressing me quite a lot. I didn't honestly think they would put up this much resistance towards the Redcoats. I've never really placed them in the same sort of skill bracket, but it turns out I was way wrong.
Well, they do have the 50 point sort of advantage for militia, and of course, as you sort of stated, yeah, the Americans sort of have the scope advantage as well as this sort of camouflage advantage as well, but they're gone beyond that. You know, they've done something else that's really sort of made them shine. You know, 346 tickets for the American Forces Redcoats and 464 tickets for the militia forces being Queen's Fighting Force. You're looking at a 121 ticket difference now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've increased their by
it's not the 50 ticket difference. They are showing fighting spirit. They are defending epically, like on an epic scale.
Yeah.
And they're attacking, and they're causing pressure to the Redcoats.
Yeah. They've got a mortar base up as well now in the middle of the woods here.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that's will they go for the Niram attack?
I think absolutely they should. They have Redcoats on the back foot. Redcoats are mounting attacks, but they're just... Yeah, they're just not... The mortars now are, there's a lot of comms happening here. That's why I'm suddenly quiet. They happened to mortar their own people.
Yes. Carlos on someone else. I think it's Chicken
Place
Nugget.
marker.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Chicken Nugget and Winking Size. Just ate it. Basically, what happened there is the mortars were told to shoot further away and shot it closer instead, which I guess is a simple thing about where you which way you scroll your wheel.
Yeah, they are doing quite well with the mortars. They are directly inside Newham themselves. Now, we do have still Mad Eddie sort of crew out towards the sort of north and northeast of Newham. They're not pushing in, they're taking their time, they're scouting out the area before they push in. What they don't realize is there is no US forces within Newham itself, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting a double attack, possibly for Redcoats here.
Yeah.
They're going to be attacking from the east, and they're going to be attacking from the west of storage, so...
Yeah, and they're going to be squeezing in, and I don't think QFF can withstand this. I'd be super duper. They're even flanking around on the north side here. QFF do have Munster on sort of scouting. He is not looking the correct way, though. I do not believe he realizes that he's being flanked.
Out towards the northwest, yeah.
Yeah.
Northwest, he does have that for.
And just this force, if this force coordinates and pushes in at the same time, there is nothing QFF are going to be able to do about it.
Squad comms there from the Redcoats. We do have Squad 1 being the western side. Western side squad of Redcoats are pushing in now. So they do have around about 3 QFFs to deal with over there.
Yeah, whereas Welshie Jim and Bats and Tasgir, as well as Sir Gnome.
Yeah, so they're going to start pushing the eastern side.
I didn't get a round off.
And they have to go for that the recon vehicle. They have to get rid of that recon vehicle. It's going to devastate the western side.
Yeah.
For the Redcoats.
Absolutely. But while this is happening, QFF do have full control of Nillerman and are capping it. And yeah, and so they have to be quick on storage, and I don't believe it's being contested yet.
Yeah, I'm just having a look now.
Yeah, I'm trying to... No, it's not contested yet, I think.
Yeah, Redcoats are capping now. Redcoats are...
Alright. So this is looking like a double neutral situation, and I don't know who that's going to favor.
Yeah, so Wooly even calling it from the south side of Newham, calling in squad comms, it's possibly going to be a double neutral sort of happening here. Yeah.
But, like, I don't know the FOB situation for Redcoats yet, but they have actually full control over this HAB area of QFF close on, yep. So they basically dug that down and left people there to look for the FOB and just control the HAB.
So we are going to see the neutralize first on Newham with the militia forces. Now it's up to the US and see if they can get that double neutral happening. If they don't, they're not capping.
Oh, and there goes Dr. No, actually, that's Drangos going down. I thought Dr. One still was on that vehicle there, but... So there goes the recon vehicle. And fighting is still happening here on storage. It's pretty
In terms of Newham, the militia are just devastating the Redcoats on that sort of flag. Yeah.
Yeah, but there have to be, but there are very, very few forces there, though, aren't there?
Okay, Squad 2.
Yeah, it's just a couple of Redcoats.
With the rally point towards Rail Docks.
But absolutely, they had no chance.
Roger.
Yeah, so in terms of the storage, so we have the western side around about 90% of the forces of QFF down on that sort of western side. Eastern side still controlled by sort of the Redcoats, but in terms of the cap, it's not happening anymore, I believe.
Alright, so basically, Mad Annie's saying Nilram will be capped in about 20 seconds. Now, it does look like storage site is a stalemate, and he's now already redirecting people to rail docks.
Yep.
In case it turns out that the Redcoats can't cap, and right now they shouldn't be capping because they're 4 people on flag. So okay, they are capping right now because it's 4 versus so they are up 3 by.
Will cap first. And Blitz is already said to pull back towards Raildox. We'll sort of see what, yeah, there we go, capture there from militia forces on Nilrum, and we're going to see Blitz's crew, or Wally's crew actually, start to head back on Raildox.
Yeah,
and we are going to see the western side with RedCoats now sort of attacking Nilrum.
Yeah, and I mean they're not going to be there in good time. Wooly, Scavvy, and Grumpy need to hurry up because we have Harry, FSH, I guess, Pliskin, and Josie, and a lot of other QFF members just pushing in here. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a decent push on Raildox. That.
Absolutely, and right now. It looks like U.S. forces are in deep trouble. This is not looking good. Harry going down, the Grumpy shooting at range.
Yeah, so the Woolly's the only one of the U.S. forces inside the Raildox itself. Now we're just going to see multiple of QFF start pushing in. And they got a technical, I believe. Yeah, technical. Actually, Logitruck. QFF do have a Logitruck out towards the northeastern area or eastern area of Raildox, and it has been sighted by Redcoats.
Yeah, and Wooly here on the roof, going to be approached by Pliskin. He's not really looking that way. I don't think he expects company on the roof here.
Yep, true.
And Pliskin has seen him. Oh, but there we go.
Yep, that was the first look or first eye on, and Wooly had it.
Yep. It's the classic case of looking the right way at the right time.
Mm-hmm. So we will see Blitz's crew start pushing back out towards from the western side of Raildox over towards Raildox. In terms of the ticket count, good old Gieki, United States Forces or the Redcoats with 254 tickets, Militia Forces, QFF Queen's Fighting Force 430 tickets.
Yeah.
For round one of their skirmish.
And their kill-death ratio is basically 1 on both sides here. Yeah, so it's not really like they're dominating on kills. It's just they are in the right place at the right time. They are where they need to be. Yeah, fewer people just running around. They're basically on flag.
Agree.
So that's actually really interesting. Wooly though holding his own here. Actually really impressive, as well as Blitz's crew here coming in from the west side and saving the day. And I do believe they're going to be holding Raildox for the time being.
Yeah, so a lot of the QFF are basically down on that sort of northwestern side of Raildox. Only Styly left alive, and he's inside the carriage.
Yeah.
On the south side.
Yeah, Wingnut coming in to assist, but and I do believe actually Russ UK on to the northwest here, really close to the hab right now, and I do believe he's found it. I'd be surprised if he doesn't lay. Yeah, he's definitely seen the hab.
All right, pushing up to you now.
Yeah, he has seen the hab of militia. And that's the only hab they have.
Oh, he's gone in. He's taken down 2.
Yeah, that's
gone over the 3rd.
Oh,
he's taken it down. Whoa.
Really nice. However, a little too late because the Logitruck you saw driving over to the east side of Raildox is set up both an FOB and a hab over there.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and we do see a large amount of QFF now sort of coming in on that eastern side, I believe it is. Yeah. Yeah. Eastern side. So we do have more or less even numbers for QFF and Redcoats on the flag, but with that hab and fob, they're going to be surrounding this point very soon.
Absolutely, and just quickly looking at Nilrum Village, it is a very back and forth fight on Nilrum as well. I feel like US side are pushing in though.
We did get comms there just from Zim. They are recapping, I believe, on Nilrum.
Alright.
So we do have militia forces defended Nilrum Village, so a cap was in play, but the Americans are more or less close to neutralizing it. But they are coming under quite a number of contacts there on that sort of south side Nilrum. Yeah,
but I actually favor the US side to take this back very soon. just because of if you look on the south side here, you have both Zim and Sergeant Harry sort of shooting QFF as they spawn on their rally points on the south side here. So they're running out of places to show up from,
true.
right? So you just cut their supply lines and watch the flag be yours.
And we're getting Zim. Yeah, we're getting Zim from the sort of south side or southwest side coming up behind the rest of the QFF guys or Queen's Fighting Force and sort of taking him down and allowing his guys from the north to start pushing into the compounds.
Yeah,
Very,
they're
very
just
nice
mopping up the last of them right now. Mad Annie coming in from the north side. Don't know how much he can do
We're
though.
losing cap on Nilwyn Village. How are we doing on
Yeah, I'm
Vale
just,
Docks, guys?
he's within just the
Please push
ruined
it, please.
side. Just
Release
laying
now,
down
flop
at
in
the moment,
north
so
again
probably just
now.
using
That's
comms.
another one lost.
Yeah, so here's the kicker then. Okay, so Militia just lost the hab we were talking about earlier. There's now 2 redcoats on that, taking that down. They do have, oh wow, but they've got full control over. So I take everything back. I thought maybe the redcoats were managing to pull this back out of their hat.
Yep.
But right now it's at best going to be a double neutral, but they are just straight up losing rail docks here, and it is the first flag, so it's going to cap twice as fast.
Twice as fast, exact. Yep. Very, very true.
So it's going to be tricky. Like it might be a double neutral, and in that case, I think that favors the redcoats because it's much easier for them to retake since it's half or twice as fast. On their first flag, as well as their supply lines are very, very short, and the enemy only have one sort of spawn point leading up to that. But yeah, I don't know. God knows.
Copy.
But there we
Yeah,
go.
we're gonna
Neutralized.
Yeah, so we are going to get Bats and Ross UK sort of coming up from that sort of north to northwestern region. Ross UK has already taken a considerable amount of damage. Bats doesn't seem to be. He seems to be fine, but you know, two versus an army. Yeah, this is Spartans versus Persians here.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I were the redcoats, I would look for that spawn point. They've gotta be aware that there is something on that east side there that the QFF are spawning, because they don't suddenly appear, you know.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So, and it looks like they're actually doing that. Welsh Jim, Surnome, and
nice.
Tazgad are coming in.
Double neutral.
Yeah.
Oh.
So at that point, and right now, just if you take a quick look at Nilrum, there's a huge U.S. force there. I think they want to kill the supply lines and basically just attrition militia out of this place, and then possibly cap both flags or hope that militia refocus. But right now, militia are very, very short on spawn points. That's the thing, right?
Let's have a look in terms of the redcoat sort of forces. They're only working out of rally points and their main. They don't have any fobs out towards the sort of western side Nirum or east side sort of Nirum. I believe the redcoats have located the hab for the militia forces directly northeast of you on Delta 3 keypad 4 sub 3, if I'm not mistaken. So
actually it's sub yeah, but it's close enough. Yep.
So they are, I think, going to be investing 2 guys there, Taz here as well as Sir Gnome, to sort of take that down. But we are getting just back over on Nirum, on the western side, northwestern side, we are getting a considerable large force of Mad Annie sort of coming in, and he wants to take back Nirum. So
considerable force of Mad Annie, and he is coming in.
Yeah, considerable force of Mad Annie. Everyone is Mad Annie on the field, but I just don't know. They're coming out of the woodwork. They're coming out of the soil. QFF are just coming out of nowhere. Like, I see one person, and then next minute I see 9 people.
Yeah.
That sort of rally point put down, but man, they're just on point.
Absolutely. They've been where they've needed to be the entire fight, and I'm actually impressed that they managed to mount any kind of attack there without any FOB, HAB, or nothing. But then again, there were almost 2 full squads of redcoats here. Now looking like there's just 1, but yeah, because you have a Woolly squad now pushing for. All right, but still, I think redcoats can hold this, to be honest.
Oh my God, Vinking Size has placed his gun into the ground on the northeast side of of Niram and has fooled Hawk for the Redcoats. So Hawk was taking shots at him, Hawk believed he killed him, and then Hawk just went straight by him, and Viking Size has not moved since.
Master of camouflage, Viking Size here.
Camouflage.
And he now dares to look around, but they're,
Yeah.
yep, that's ticket saved.
Okay, so it looks like the Redcoats are fending off the QF or the Queen's Fighting Force up towards the northwestern side of Niram.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are low on. They are definitely low on people here.
Yeah, but they now won the engagement. They have the opportunity for their medics to get everyone up now that the engagement's sort of over. By the way, Dr. One, who you called him, I think I cast 3 QFF matches before I realized it was Dr. One and not Dr. On 3, which I called him. Yeah, because it's like it's on 3, right? It's
on 3, right? Yeah, Doctor on 3. That's like, dude.
It is a nice, like in my opinion, it isn't. It's a cooler, it's a cooler nickname because it's like Doctor on 3, on 3, 1, 2, 3, you know, It just felt so natural for me, but there you go. And they had another guy, I can't remember, but I just brutalized their names. It was fun.
Alright, heading back over towards the rail docks area. Massive sort of IED goes off to the northern side of the rail docks.
Killing no one, destroying a few
Nothing
pants, but that's about it, I think.
Yep, and we are going to see... I think Blitz's crew is going to start heading up towards that hab on the eastern side, and Wooly's crew is going to start getting inside rail docks itself.
Yeah.
Let's have a look out. I'm just going to have a look out towards this sort of hab offense and see how the Redcoats come out on sort of taking this. They hopefully should start capping back.
I think they definitely are capping right now, and I do believe they have full control of Nilrum as well, and I think it's just the process of attacking this hab, because notice how many QFF members now are relegated to defending this hab, and they are just being pinned in there, and yeah, right now US Army neutralizing rail docks, that should be capped in a matter of seconds, and I don't think QFF have any way of reaching there before they actually cap it, and as soon as they cap that, Nilrum Village is next, and that's going to leave a lot of QFF way out of position on the east side of rail docks here, which is it's bad news for QFF. So this could turn around. I mean, I've seen matches turned around.
Oh yeah,
that were more dire than this.
Definitely, if Redcoats get that momentum, they get a leapfrog action going. They take rail docks. They're already on Niram, and they already get on storage. Man, hell yeah! Like you're gonna see something marvelous.
Yeah, absolutely, and like it's all about like. Basically, we're hoping QFF makes all the wrong decisions, right? Because if the guys on rail docks right now, if they start heading for storage, right? And the guys that are, or QFF's guys on rail docks, they say, "Oh no, we need to get Nilrum again." So they start heading for Nilrum, and then they're out of position. Yeah, actually, right now they're being ordered towards Nilrum. So this is this could, like, if everyone, if things go exactly right, this could happen.
Yeah, so Wooly, basically Blitz are advising Wooly from Redcoats, stay on the point, stay on the rail docks. We are getting a large forces of QFF coming in from that sort of east, southeast, northeast area of rail docks. So as long as Wooly's guys can really hold that and they sort of catch Niram, then we may be able to sort of see a leapfrog action for the Redcoats in sort of taking taking storage, because there is no QFF back in storage. So
yeah, and Blitz is heading north right now.
Yep. Yeah, so he's going to attack storage side from the east, but Squad 1 is coming under constant contact on the southwestern side of Niram. So
yeah, I see it here.
Oh, it's a tough one. 157 tickets for the United States Forces Redcoats, and Militia Forces 357 tickets for QFF Queen's Fighting Force.
Yeah.
And it looks like 80% capped for the Niram Village, and we are seeing QFF starting to get into the rail docks on the south side. So
All right, yeah, okay. So rail docks is good, but I mean, like rail docks, they won't have
It
time.
should be fine.
Yeah.
No, they won't have time.
They
No,
won't have
they won't
time.
have time.
So it's now looking like Doctor One now actually pushing towards storage, all by
95%
himself.
Capped on Niram. There we go. Capture
Right,
on
they've fully
Niram.
captured. We
So
can
we're
now-
gonna
we can
have
now
to see
lose
a
everyone
large
here, but if
amount.
he's dead, spawn on our
Yeah,
hub.
we're gonna
Now
see
we
a
must get
hopefully a
village.
large amount of force of Redcoats get
I
on
did say
Niram to sort of protect that. But also
Okay,
Blitz is
guys,
already
now,
about 100 meters or so
Say no.
away from.
Okay.
Yeah,
storage,
and here's the
eastern side.
thing, right? He's basically Matt, and he's telling everyone spawn village now, spawn Nilram village now, right? So we could definitely see this has the ideal conditions for that sort of leapfrog action. However, Nilram now extremely exposed. Only one U.S. troop on that flag in its entirety.
Yeah, very true.
So, like, we might
Just
be able
having
to.
a look in terms of assets. Okay, we are going to see a Humvee, Southside Wooly and Scavy, I think it is, or Scabby. So that might give a bit of suppression there sort of
Yeah.
against QFF on Niram. But yeah, wow.
And we do have a large contingent moving from U.S. Main now towards Nilram Village, as well as and there's a medic
That was a
alive.
hit. Yeah.
There's a medic alive as well, so
Oh,
the
wow.
cap on Nilram should be stopped.
Yeah, so
We must get
Koshli,
village,
I think
we must
his name
village.
is, and Eldic. Wow, very much below me as well. So
I
we
have no
might
other
see.
squad spawning
I think
on me.
Blitzer
Why
is
this? Why are you fighting
capturing.
over there? Spawn on my hub.
Yeah, so 60% neutral on storage as well. So 148 tickets to 317 tickets.
Yeah, and this could turn
Neutralizing, we're
in
not
a
Turn
heartbeat.
ugly.
They are neutralizing though. They are absolutely
Yep.
neutralizing Nilram now though. So I mean, US needs to rush in there. They need to do everything they can just to stop this constant onslaught here of QFF.
And there goes a technical, I believe, getting taken down there from Grumpy.
Yeah,
Actually,
We
no.
lose
Oh,
this,
yes, it was.
it was, and Ember now super close to him.
Village.
And I don't. Oh, they have actually. I think
Yeah.
he heard him somehow.
We're coming.
Grumpy
Yeah,
smart.
we've got a hub down there.
Checking
Just
sort of
spawn on the hub.
surroundings.
That's all you gotta
We
do
still
when
got
you're
Jeff, Pliskin, and Stormer
Yeah,
out on the western side of
dead. Wreck your squad.
of
Come
Nero.
spawn on the hub
10%
when
to
they're dead.
neutral on storage, so we
Yeah.
might see a double neutral happening again.
Yeah, and this time I don't know who like.
Who's gonna go? Who's gonna do who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we do. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Neutral
Right, we
storage.
neutralized behind and fade. We've lost it.
Billy's in storage.
So right,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said was gonna happen.
right now
So
we're,
what
they
will
just
QFF
need to
do?
push into Nilram. They need to prevent QFF from capping. If I were them, I'd just fucking
Well,
run
we
into
are
the
now.
field and crawl.
Yeah. Eastern side Nero, we are going to see a bit of a force here from Redcoats now start to push in. 30% capped at storage, 30% capped at storage for Redcoats.
Yeah, I don't hear any sort of information relating to the cap on Nilram. I'm sure it is being neutralized, but specific status, I don't know.
Yeah. Redcoats just need, like smoke it
No,
out
no,
if you
don't
can
have
on the
to, you
eastern
don't have to,
side.
Castle,
Like they've
it's
got eyes on them, but they need to get in that cap zone and just stop that cap from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. They need 4 guys inside the cap circle. That's all they need, and then this cap is stopped. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. There's
Now
5 guys, so 2 actually. Yeah, and there we go.
Yeah, so eastern side Niram, we are going to see a lot of smokes now sort of getting popped and out on that
Can
sort
we
of
get
eastern
another
side
field
field.
north
Um,
of storage?
But we are going to see Dr. One,
Stalin,
who
I
did
need
take
you
down
on the village
Zim.
to keep that double neutral as long as
Ooh.
possible again.
Oh man, where
I'm down at the
to
moment.
go? It's kind of
My squad's
Yeah.
scattered.
And I mean, like
Man.
right now, QFF, a lot of them are pushing up to this attack, exposing Nilram a lot. Yeah, right now, 0 militia on Nilram, right? Just because they pulled out.
Yep. They pulled out. Matt and he's pushed north. He's going to hit south side storage.
Yeah. So this is, I would say, a bit of a repeat.
Yeah.
Where it's a bit of a repeat of the previous flag, where they pulled out a load of guys from the attack flag to sort of help and keep Nilram sort of or at least try and push Redcoats out of Nilrum, and then
Yep.
thereby exposing rail docks. And then Redcoats took advantage of that, took rail docks, and then they took Nilrum, and now they're neutralized Nilrum again, and now leaving it, exposing it.
Yeah, 50% now capped on Niram Village. They did hesitate. I think they cost a bit too much time on the eastern side there for sort of Zim to push in. He's now 50% capped on Niram. Now we've got sort of Mad Annie up against Blitz's squad on storage. Western side, 1 down of Redcoats, 1 still up. Eastern side, still 3 up for Redcoats, now 2 up. So man, it's
super duper close, and I mean, I feel like Redcoats have the momentum right now.
Yep.
Absolutely, and but I feel like it could change very, very fast, right? It's just about QFF not doing the wrong thing and Redcoats possibly not doing the best thing because right now this was the ideal situation for the Redcoats, where QFF sent nobody in defense and Redcoats sent someone on offense. So they had this advantage where they managed to push in just completely uncontested, and then QFF had to come back and sort of attack their defense flag, which is non-ideal.
Yep, so we are sort of seeing a displacency sort of in Queen's Fighting Force, or QFF. So now we are going to see Niram captured. We are going to see, I think, Blitz's guys they're capturing storage now. So, and we see a large amount of again, they're coming out of the woodwork. We see kind of a force over on Niram, or western side, attacking that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see Mad Annie again place a rally out of nowhere. And we are going to see another offensive on the sort of southeast, eastern side storage. 70% capped as storage for Redcoats, man. It's just
absolutely, and like as soon as they capture storage right now, I would say that the militia forces in the last, let's say, 10 minutes have lost closer to 100 tickets, whereas the U.S. Army have lost closer to 20 tickets, maybe, in that period. So it's been a massive, massive setback for QFF just the last 10 to 15 minutes.
Yep. So Blitzer has said everyone to move out and basically get on storage. So we're probably going to see the Niram force start pushing up north. They'll get into contact with their north and western fighting force there, but man, it's kind of like 146 tickets now for the American forces, 259 tickets for the militia forces.
Absolutely, and
man,
they had a 200 ticket advantage, which is now almost reduced to a 100 ticket advantage. It's huge setback.
Yeah, massive setback. So we are looking at around about 113 tickets, really separating the two clans at the moment. Man, it's I'd
still give QFF the upper hand, because right now it looks like, actually, it sort of looks like QFF
that's devastating hit on the eastern side. I think it was an RPG there on the eastern side by QFF into the east side and taking down 2 Redcoats. So that's just diminished the forces on storage. Man.
Yeah, and the problem here as well is with this rapid movement by the Redcoats, they simply don't have any spawn points up there. They're now they have to move such long distance.
Yeah, so we are looking Redcoats again, just working off rallies. Squad 2 for Redcoats do have a rally on the northeastern side of the storage.
But that's gone. Yeah. Jeff, exactly.
So, wow, it's just.
So right now, Redcoats looking like they might lose storage just due to general attrition, and their supply lines have been cut.
Yep.
And leaving Nilrum, or at least leaving storage open right now. I see I think whose squad is this? It is God knows. So it's Alaric and Zim, Madlove,
Yes.
Hellfire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
those
the
boys.
squad
Have we
one.
down south
Yeah, the
now as well?
Nirum squad
Fuck,
now
yeah.
sort of pushing out of Nirum and trying to get into that sort of southeastern area of storage.
So it's Zim squad pushing in now from the southeast side.
Yep.
And I mean they could, like, unless QFF start moving and getting into these buildings and stuff,
How are we doing on Castle?
they're going to be on time for assaulting this before QFF manages to dig in properly, but they don't have a lot of time. They need to push in now.
Yeah, it is the case, isn't it? We are sort of seeing QFF getting back on storage now, sort of capping it back. And I think it's just a sort of waiting sort of for down the line
Right, we are
for
neutralizing
sort of
storage
RedCoats
now.
here. Is him
Amazingly.
waiting for, you know,
Hold that shit,
he's
Sorry,
waiting
Cap.
for another squad leader to say, yep, go
Sorry,
for it.
What's your cap
yeah.
on there?
That's the question. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, QFF though not making the same mistake twice. Right now they have a lot of troops in and around Castle. So they're not getting back capped again this match. I think they've just they've learned from their mistakes, and a very costly mistake it was. And I mean, let's pretend that militia have the advantage on this map, which if that's the case, that's happened extremely recently. And the U.S. side right now is just trying to lose as gently as possible. Then that 100 tickets could be crucial if the RedCoats actually play better with militia than they're doing right now with the U.S. side. Then losing militia those 100 tickets is actually quite crucial. And actually now the ticket difference is sub 100.
Yeah, so we are looking at yeah, it is sub 100 definitely. So. And it looks like an explosion there. And
yeah, and that was, I think, a technical. Yeah, absolutely a technical going down. So every ticket counts.
Every ticket, exactly. Every ticket counts for the American forces. So yeah, it's true. Do they want to win the round one? If they do lose, just look at dwindling QFF's tickets. So then when they do go militia next round, they have the 50 ticket advantage. And you know, and sort of win it that way. You know, it's not how many rounds you win; it's how many tickets you sort of win in total. So militia forces now neutralizing authorities.
Yeah, and they already Mad Annie already on his way to Nilram Village, and Nilram Village going to be in there completely uncontested. This is just turning into a bit of an attack counter-attack situation.
Well, we are seeing Fusion and Grumpy out towards that, you know, the western side, far west side of Niram. They're sort of trailing Mad Annie, but again, Mad Annie is just he's coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, and he's way ahead.
The guy is a rally point machine, basically. I'm sorry, like he is.
Yeah, before combat, he prepares for hours, stuffing knapsacks in his butt, and just. Knapsack after knapsack.
You just see Mad Annie, and then all of a sudden there's a rally, then there's 9 guys behind him, and you're like, wow, like what? You know, it's now it looks like a storage being kept by the US forces.
Yeah,
Good.
and basically that's gonna leave. Yeah, that's going to leave QFF's Mad Annie in no man's land.
Yes.
Absolutely.
May be the case.
And there are still defenders on Castle though, but only 2, so it's not going to be like a huge thing if RedCoats actually manage to just whip around and head up there ASAP.
Yeah, so we are seeing the recon vehicle coming back. He's on the northern side of storage in the open as well.
Yeah, that's Cat right there.
And a beautiful, crits there from RedCoats getting a nice, look at that smoke. That is a perfect smoke. I like that. Damn.
Absolutely. Really nice GLing.
Yeah, dude,
just telling him, hey bro, I see you there.
That's awesome. Yeah, crits there, beautiful there. MVP moment for sure. Help out your team.
And I'm surprised he's still alive. I mean, since it's 2 rockets to kill this guy, and he's as exposed. Oh, yeah. Speak of the devil. There we go. One hit.
There's one. And we're gonna see a
Come on.
driveway. No more to
Yeah,
pay.
we'll do that, but I need one of your guys.
$9,999 recon vehicle
Yeah.
is gonna get away.
Where are they?
And Hawk is not in the lake. No. Alright, so QFF now spawning in Maine, a lot of them heading for Castle,
It's
it
gonna be
looks
some
like.
flexibility.
And looking at the US Army, 122 tickets, and so still, like, from the point where they basically started their return,
Right,
they were at
the
roughly
Saint Sasius
150,
itself
140
has
tickets-ish,
been
and they've
Yes.
not lost much since then.
Yes.
And it's extremely
and we-
impressive.
And you are sort of seeing that on the, more or less on the kill difference as well.
Yeah,
180 kills to 143 kills.
Ooh.
So we are seeing we were equal during the sort of match when the QFF did capture rail docks. It was pretty much even kills. But now with the fighting force of Redcoats coming back, we are seeing sort of a 40 kill difference. So that's
Yeah,
40
I
kills
think-
there. So.
I think if we turn the clock back about 10 minutes, we will be able to pinpoint the time when the Redcoats turned on their aimbots and and started doing damage here. I can
No,
pinpoint the second. No,
They
I
felt the pressure. They work with the pressure.
obviously, and it could be as easy as these guys weren't warmed up. It could be
Yes.
like this is their first game of the night. They didn't warm up, and it took a little while. Or some other thing like positioning, just random, like suddenly, because right now what's been happening as well is QFF have been on the attack pretty much constantly. They've been attacking the Redcoats, and the Redcoats have just been sitting in defensive positions being attacked, which obviously is easier than the other way around.
Yeah, so we are going to see a bit of a split defense here from Blitz's guys out towards your western side, out towards your southeastern side. We have Woolies guys. So
Yeah, they're starting to go on the offense. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the defense right now, but if you just take a quick look north, you'll see that the Redcoats are getting ready to go on the
Yes.
offensive here as well.
yeah,
Oh,
they are saying sort of take your time, guys. Like they do have 3 tickets. They do have 3 flags, sorry, under their belt now. Rail docks, Nerum, and storage, where
Yep.
the militia only have railroad and castle. So they are going to take their time in sort of if they are going to ascend to assault castle.
yeah, and absolutely, and Redcoats have the full advantage right now as well with the relatively new ticket bleed system as well. It's like when you hold 3 flags, that's when the enemies start bleeding. So right now, US side are not bleeding tickets, whereas militia are bleeding tickets, although 1 ticket per minute. So it's not going to cost them all that much, but still, it gives the Redcoats right now, it gives them breathing room in terms of they can just sit there. They have no rush. They don't need to go anywhere because they're not losing tickets every minute.
It's a free ticket, to sort of every minute sort of having that.
Absolutely, it is a free ticket. You can do whatever you want with it.
Alright, so the QFF will know that to their western side of castle, they are getting engaged by the Redcoats. A couple of sentries going down out towards that region.
Absolutely,
and
they
also,
actually think there's a fob down there, just because of the sheer number of people coming in.
Out towards, so we do have a US fob located on Charlie 2 keypad 1 sub 6. Okay, that's located on the ridge line. Out towards the southeastern side.
Yeah,
I think
that
it
has
is going
not been
down.
suspected. That has not been suspected or reported at all.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it has been located and if it's getting dug down. From QFF, no. They haven't ventured that far yet, but they have to be careful, in terms of the Redcoats. If you're going to lose that sort of fob,
Oh yeah,
20 tickets
absolutely.
there. And you don't want to be losing tickets now. 121 tickets for the United States Forces Redcoats. Militia Forces, Queen's Fighting Force, 173 tickets.
Yes, this
We
is
are-
super
Yeah.
duper evening out. This is ridiculous. Where the hell is that fob, by the way? Could you just sit on top of it? Because
Yeah,
I'm trying to
gonna do
find
that
it, but
now.
this
I'm
is
trying to find it as well.
this is
Damn trees!
Like, yeah, I'm
Oh
getting
my God,
flashbacks of
here it
Nam
is.
here. There's so much vegetation, so it's
Yeah, right here.
right
Yeah,
there.
so it's
Okay.
It's in a ditch.
Yeah, so that's actually a pretty decent position. Like, there's no QFF members really close to it. There's Miss Jenny, but I think if Miss Jenny's gonna go anywhere, is going to be north.
Yep.
And she actually is the medic, so I think she's going for Wingnut.
We are probably going to see, is it Mad Annie again? Let's have a look. Yeah, Mad Annie again.
Okay,
So
so
he's going to
we will
try and hit
push
the
up and,
eastern
get
side,
to capture point.
side of the storage site. They do have a open top Hummer marked as well there, so that's easy tickets to take.
Absolutely.
But we are seeing Redcoats notice that and
Ooh,
takes down
yeah,
Mad Annie.
Hellfire gets
And
Annie
Zigzag.
and Zigzag. Really nice shooting,
Zigzag,
though.
yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
some decent medium
QFF,
distance
you
shooting.
guys need to save that Lush. I just got shot out of it.
So we probably will.
Does have
Yeah,
the
we,
ACOG.
yeah, exactly what I was going to say. They probably will take that Hummer,
They don't
noticing
know.
that there
I
are
was
squad
pretty
leader
far
and
away from
and
the
another
FOB, so
going
you
down
should be
there,
safe.
so they'll get the tickets that way,
Yeah.
and get a bit of revenge.
I believe it's 8 tickets for one of these now.
Oh, that's
yeah.
not much.
Nope.
And wow,
It's-
yeah, so 115 for the United States forces, 165 for the militia forces.
Yeah,
and
so-
over an hour is played as well, an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's an impressive reduction from a 200 ticket deficit now down to a closer to 50 ticket deficit, 52 tickets. So that's
This is
absolutely an amazing turnaround for.
Oh, man. I did not expect it one bit. You know, you are looking QFF for the militia forces capping all the way back to rail docks, you know, all the way back to there, and now we are seeing them lose 3 flags in the space of, I think it was maybe 15 minutes. Maybe,
Yeah,
around
something
about
like that.
Yeah, and then we are seeing the United States forces up towards the northern side of Castle now.
Yeah,
and
and look, these guys on the north here have found QFF's FOB. So that's another 20 tickets for QFF
That's
right
another
now.
20. That's gonna take him down to around about 137-ish.
As well as cutting off their hab on Castle here, exposing them even more to the attack. And right now they have one guy on Castle.
Yep.
And that is it General Pyro? What's his name?
Gentleman
Pyro. Yes, exactly.
But I indubitably do say so. I was certified to this whole world.
Yes, indeed. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
We just
Alright, yeah, so we will see that, I believe, that fob down up towards the northern side get taken down there. That takes him down to, yes, 105 tickets for the United States Force, 129 tickets to the Queen's Fighting Force on militia.
Jesus. What a
So
huge
we
turnaround.
are dwindling, 24 tickets, I think, in play in terms of this, and we are going to see Gentleman Pyro look up towards the north, probably come into contact with a couple of redcoats, if I do say.
Scallywags.
The scallywags, yeah.
So, yeah, and Pyro is the squad leader. Ooh, taking down Russ and Bats immediately.
He's got to fix his belt, though. Here he goes. Fix your belt, boy. There you go.
Tightening it up. It's hard
Big damn
times.
Scallywags coming and destroy my tea party right
Yes,
now.
yeah.
So he's going to get a bit of reinforcement here from, I think, Dragon on his sort of eastern side, or Drago.
Oh, wait, this nade could be good. Oh, well, she's running, but he survived.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's
lucky.
just on the wrong side of the hill there. But still holding back this assault on the north. This could have gone very, very differently, and once again, Redcoats could have had this advantage where they managed to push into a flag and defend it from QFF, even though it's QFF's defense flag. But Gentleman Pyro here stopping this advance in its tracks, slowing it down enough for the rest of QFF to push in and hold on basically internally on the flag here.
Yes, we are seeing sort of split. Now sort of started pushing to the eastern side.
We lost that one.
So Tazki there with the good old assault rifle. Good old assault rifle, sort of playing decoy for Gentlemen, but yeah, Blitzer coming in and getting taken down by the SKS.
Yeah.
By Drago.
So this is getting slowed down quite considerably, but right now I don't think that's the main, like, because we're getting close to. We're getting. Oh, actually, QFF have widened the gap ever so slightly again. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
82 to 118.
I think they took out this FOB you were talking about. That's got to
They
be
did.
it.
They did. Yeah, I'm just having a look at the map there. They have taken it out. That is wide in the gap there. I think Squad 3 out on that position there, still alive. For the sort of American forces.
Oh yeah, I see
Wow.
Willie and Scavvy and the boys. Yep.
Yep.
But I mean, I
Yeah,
still
holy cow.
feel like
Roger.
Redcoats
Nice.
might have the advantage here.
I think so too.
It's just because like the speed the QFF were bleeding tickets. I don't see that stopping. I see them going down constantly. And right now, obviously, Redcoats lost those 20 tickets, but that's the biggest loss they've taken in the last 20 minutes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's sort of QFF have a bit of a fight ahead of them.
Yeah, we are sort of looking on storage now. We do have sort of 2 QFF guys. I think it's Vinking Size and Doctor One out there. You know, taking down a couple of Americans, but we are seeing the American forces now sort of pushing out on that western side storage, just to clean up any sort of scattered sort of Queen's Fighting Force. But we are sort of seeing a bit of displacency maybe for Queen's Fighting Force. I think the main forces. For them are on the eastern side of storage, and they only have some spotted guys on Castle, where they were kind of working in really good tandem groups. QFF earlier, Queen's Fighting Force. So yeah.
But hang on. Okay, so let me just summarize really quickly right now. So Redcoats pushed up pretty far west on storage here, where QFF is coming in on the east side. So they have a very, very easy approach. But if you look at Castle now has 1 defender with a full squad of Redcoats pushing in.
Yes.
Redcoats now actually on Castle. There is a vehicle coming up. It's QFF's Cat coming in the recon vehicle. But right now...
and they need that. They need to take down that recon vehicle. One quarter, of course, have it. There we go. 1 hit. Now we need another hit on that. I think Ross UK may have the LAT kit now. And there we go.
Second
2
hit.
hits on that
And that's
recon.
going to take it out?
Yeah,
I believe that should take it out.
We just
I think
wiped
that cat has fried. QFF cat has fried.
Ooh, and I do not know how many tickets that's worth, but it's definitely not fun losing.
68 tickets for the United States Forces, 81 tickets for the militia forces.
And yeah, and militia are losing their flag, and if they lose this flag, I'm going to call this and say that it's extremely unlikely the militia will turn this around. But keep in mind that in the realm of reality, militia is not favored on this map, right? And the fact is, like, if you were to join a random pub match on this map, then 9 out of 10 times US side would be winning pretty hard. So will the win that the Redcoats now have pulled out of their hat, will that be big enough, right?
Yeah, true. So yeah, okay, nice. So
now obviously
like
they haven't won yet. Actually, they're still below on tickets, but it's looking like they might be able to get this.
yeah, we are looking around it. Coming up to, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, hour and 12 minutes of play. 67 tickets. 67 tickets for the United States Forces. Militia Forces, 68 tickets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Super duper close. It is one of the more interesting matches, and just like especially since it looked as it looked like Redcoats were going to lose as hard as they did, and suddenly they turned it around. I think it's one of the biggest turnarounds I have seen. I remember specifically saying that if the Redcoats turned this around now, it wouldn't be the biggest turnaround I've ever seen. Now I'm going to take that back, because I think this is, and they did they did turn it around about the time I said that, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is actually extremely impressive if they manage to make a win out of this.
And they know, man. They're in the momentum. Blitz is screaming out. He knows He knows it's a close game because Redcoats are at 67 tickets. Now they're over Militia Forces with 57 tickets.
Yeah, and
Okay,
capping this
so-
flag, I think their militia
Yeah.
are going to lose something like 30 tickets. So it's
So,
at that
Mili-
time it's
so-
over.
Yeah, so Redcoats are now going into overdrive, not knowing how many tickets the Militia Forces have. Are they winning? Mate, it's just... Yeah, they're pushing
It is
into overdrive.
It is an
so-
incredibly intense moment, especially when the way the match has gone, right? I just imagine myself playing this match. The way the match went, you've got to think like, okay, so
It was
QFF, yeah, QFF have anything from like 60 to 150 tickets right now. You have no idea, right? You just know they were winning, but like, how hard were they winning? Were they winning by 200 tickets or
Yes.
or 300, right?
100%.
Mm.
Yep.
So it's
100%.
just crazy.
Fucking hell, man. This is a remarkable turnaround for the Redcoats. You know, it was kind of like they weren't giving up throughout the match, but I'm sure there was a bit of hesitation. It's like, man, they've got us all the way to our back cap. You know, like the momentum they're doing it. You know, I'm sure it caused a bit of frustration. But
Rarely do you see the team that lost their first flag win the match, basically.
yes.
That
yes,
happens about
And
as...
it's
yeah.
over. It's definitely over. United States Forces,
12.
83 tickets. Militia Forces, 12 tickets.
left.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and QFF now holding all their spawns. And obviously, like, if it's an even match, that is an excellent strategy. If you believe that the Redcoats have 12 tickets as well, that is absolutely the best strategy. But when the Redcoats have 80 tickets, basically what's going to happen is the pressure is going to reduce so much that the Redcoats can just walk all over you. And, I mean, you don't really have a choice when you have 12 tickets versus 83. Then you've basically just lost. But
Yeah. But you know, you must sort of think as well, sort of from like a QFF sort of or Queen's Fighting Force perspective, is like how many tickets they have left.
yeah,
You know, like we had this game, we know we had a large amount of tickets, we had their last cap. You know, how many? You know, if you could do quick calculations, probably you could calculate it.
4 tickets.
But you know, I'm sure like with Mad Annie and his Queen's Fighting Force, he's probably thinking is like, how many are we gonna lose this by if we're gonna lose, or
Yeah.
is it a really close game? Is it less than 10 tickets for each? But
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
this
And
case, no.
and when your choice is, it's like one of two things, right? You can basically just tell everyone to spawn and just forget about give up, right? You can
Yep.
give up, or you can continue to hope that you have a fighting chance, and obviously you're going to continue hoping. There is, especially in a match situation, if this was a pub, I would possibly just say meh. But yeah, meh. Fuck it.
There it goes.
Yeah, there we go. GG, well played. Wow, and look at the kill disparity that ended. Like, it was even up until less than half an hour ago, and now the kill disparity is something like 66 kills for the Redcoats. That's actually an impressive
Yeah.
amount. So
They've done well. QF, like Queen's Fighting Force did remarkably well.
mhm.
They did. Like I'm not gonna lie. They did have it in their grasp, but oh man, just the initiative from Redcoats and able to leapfrog. They leapfrogged. They held off the defense. They almost lost the defense, and oh man, it was just
a beautiful match.
It was beautiful. That was definitely poetic.
Yeah.
Definitely poetic match.
So I'm gonna quickly do my outro and stop the recording. So
Go for it,
thank you for joining us. I've been Gek. This has been Saint.
Saints.
Exactly.
Yeah, Saints.
And yeah, stick around for round 2.